Caitlin Clark is playing a game. And there's this issue with her and Angel Reese. There's this, Caitlin Clark pushes one of the teammates of Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry, Angel Reese pushes one of the teammates of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese. Angel Reese does one of these LeBron flops and falls on the ground. I mean, she learned it from LeBron. Fall to the ground. And the next thing you know, DeMarcus like, oh my God, she's protected. Oh, it's all because she's white.
Patrick Bet-David just completely demolished Angel Reese with a brutal takedown that could headline its own halftime segment. He didn't hold back. He dropped a truth bomb so big there's no room for debate. Let's get real. No amount of personal branding, flashy bravado, or TikTok edits can turn Angel Reese into Caitlin Clark, not in stats, influence, or fan backing. Think WNBA drama had reached its limit? Think again. This clash feels like reality TV collided with SportsCenter and decided to make a soap opera with a shot clock. It's chaotic, raw, and now it's time to unpack it before Angel pulls another stunt that crashes the internet.
What I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
Angel Reese, part 37. Let's get it.
She had the worst first quarter in human history. Started off with 3 in the key. How about it?
Bang! Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Don't forget the butter with the corn of the cob.
You say butter? Cause butter pecan. Bang! He's shooting 31% this year as a big man. When all your shots are layups. That's sad. Here we go. Bang! Me bound. One more time. Bang!
Patrick did what countless basketball fans have been thinking, but were too polite to say. He slammed the brakes on the runaway hype train that was Angel Reese before it collided with the mountain of fantasy. And the timing? Perfect. What started as a simple sports rivalry has exploded into a full-blown media circus. Twitter fights, racial debates, political think pieces, and ESPN analysts practically sobbing into their ring lights. We're now in a basketball multiverse where storylines outweigh stats, and the drama never calls a timeout. If you're Team Caitlin, drop Baby Goat instead of Baby Giraffe in the comments. Let's go.
Caitlin's hard foul, which turned into a flagrant on Angel Reese, which sparked all the things that we dealt with last season. And, the league currently is investigating any racism that happened from the fans or anything that was said. It's almost as if we didn't learn from last year. That Twitter conversation turns into mainstream media conversation because the mainstream media still isn't quite hip to women's sports. They're not quite understanding this world, this game.
For anyone who missed it, Caitlin Clark, America's sharpshooting sensation, record breaker, and the only WNBA star who's reignited mainstream interest, was just playing a regular, high-pressure, sweaty basketball game. Then comes Angel Reese, seemingly thinking she'd stepped into WrestleMania. If Caitlin is the league's refreshing breeze, Angel is the gust that knocks over the table and blames it on the wind. The stage was set, the lights blazed, and the clash delivered a shove, a dramatic flop, and enough theatrics to earn an
WNBA viewership, okay? 7,300 in attendance, okay? The average Angel Reese game is 10,100, 10,200. They come to watch her. You know what the average attendance is when Caitlin Clark plays home or the road?
What?
15,300.
Here's the real story. Clark committed a minor foul, nothing earth-shattering. But Angel went full Hollywood, shoving Clark's teammate and then flinging herself to the floor like Thor had swung his hammer. The theatrics were so over the top, even a soccer referee would have raised an eyebrow. I've seen less drama in reality TV eliminations. Yet somehow, this single play sparked a WNBA conversation that spread like gasoline on a bonfire.
Jackie Robinson of the WNBA will be Caitlin Clark if she stays healthy. There's a group of them that would hope for her to be out. But
why do you say she's going to be the Jackie Robinson of the WNBA?
Well,
it's not like she's the first white girl.
She's not the first white girl, but she's the first white superstar at the levels where she's scoring these, the threes she's shooting. She's like a Steph Curry. She's the first actual superstar that people care. When's the last time we watched college basketball? If I told you, tell me the greatest college basketball female basketball players last 30 years, and you watch I know her. She's our meet, but you look at some of these names, you see some of these people on how they do. Yeah. But Caitlin Clark came out the gates and put up some numbers.
In an instant, the moment stopped being about basketball. Suddenly, everyone had an opinion: race, gender, media bias, respectability, politics, you name it. A simple foul transformed into a full-blown political statement. Fans forgot the score, but the hashtags were unforgettable. It became less about the game and more about the headlines.
Okay, listen, y'all, this is what we've been waiting for. This is the letter for the investigation. Listen, in response to the WNBA's recently concluded investigation, they go on to say, "We appreciate the swift and thorough process undertaken by the WNBA to investigate these allegations, which were not substantiated. At Gamebridge Fieldhouse, we are committed to providing the best possible basketball experience for players and fans."
Then stepped in Robert Griffin III, RG3 to the fans, former NFL quarterback, ESPN analyst, and occasional Instagram philosopher. He made the ultimate blunder. Brace yourself. He said something nice about Caitlin Clark. That's right, he actually praised her.
We know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom.
There's no way Angel Reese can keep pretending she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what real hate looks like, and Angel Reese hates Clark. Not just the usual sports rivalry stuff, either. Hate the horror. Within minutes, social justice alarms were blaring and keyboard warriors were ready for battle. Then came Ryan Clark from ESPN, taking things from debate straight to "let me see your marriage license." That's right. He claimed RG3's take on Angel Reese didn't count because he's married to a white woman. Just like that, basketball turned into a sociology exam. Apparently, RG3 can't praise Clark unless his family tree meets certain criteria.
Oh my goodness. Angel Reese is getting absolutely obliterated today for all kinds of reasons. Obviously, we're going to look at the backlash because now people are just flat calling it like they sees it. They're saying Angel Reese lied about a race hoax, just like Bubba Wallace, just like Jussie Smollett. And now, after the WNBA concluded their investigation and released the statement, people are demanding Angel Reese apologize to everybody.
And yet somehow, the story got flipped. Clark became the problem. Clark, who's smashing records, pulling in millions of viewers, and keeping the WNBA alive, is suddenly scrutinized. Meanwhile, Reese tosses bricks with a side of theatrics and is called a queen. Clark drains logo threes, and she's labeled privileged. It feels like we're watching two separate realities. One ruled by actual performance, the other by popularity contests. Apparently, stats like points, assists, and shooting percentage don't matter anymore if you can drop a strong post-game line about sisterhood. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps showing up, putting in the work, taking the hits, and somehow still being blamed for the league not thriving like it's the year 2095. It's as if her very excellence created all the WNBA's problems. Then enters Brittany Griner, stage left, like a perfectly timed plot twist. In what might be the height of irony, she complains that having all these new fans watching is disruptive. Caitlin Clark is a generational talent, breaking records, selling out arenas, and putting the WNBA back on the map, while Angel Reese's theatrics, low shooting, and distractions are dragging the conversation down. Social media, race, and identity politics turned a minor foul into a circus, but Patrick Bet-David called it straight. Clark earns the spotlight through skill and results, not controversy, while Reese's antics only highlight that respect in this league comes from performance, not posturing. Clark shows up, works, and dominates. The rest just reacts. If you support the real star, comment "baby goat" over "baby giraffe."